No matter how hard you work and what you do for people in the politics, it can be quite ungrateful. I've become what you call a seven-star general. I was chairman of Northwest. I was chairman of the Mountain View Division. And I became chairman of the party. But before chairman of the party, I was a vice president. I was even treasurer. I've occupied all those offices in the party. And at one stage I was going to contest the post of president. But after I had one or two meetings, I was convinced I could not be pushed. So I didn't bother. In that regard, I served 25 years. And after the 25 years, I said I wouldn't bother to contest the chairmanship anymore. So I left it. But I can proudly say that at the present time, I am the only member of the executive who sat at the feet of Norman Manley, Michael Manley, P.J. Patterson, Portia Simpson-Miller, and Peter Phillips in my capacity as chairman. And that makes me feel very, very proud. And I must confess that without boasting, I don't think I've ever lost an internal election in the PNP.
Who therefore would you say is your mentor in politics?
That is difficult to say because you're asking me to choose between Michael, PJ, and Portia. I wouldn't say N.W. Manley. When he decided that he was going to contest the post of president, I went to him and I said, Comrade Patterson, I would like to succeed you as the chairman of the party. And the campaign was going on. He then said to me, Bobby, fine with me. So I said, what role should I play in this campaign? He said, you be out of it and play the role of, say, an umpire. And if anything happens, both parties should come to you as fine comrade Patterson. And of course, it proved to be not a memorable task, but one that I really enjoyed because both sides came to me. So the moment PJ became the leader, at the next NEC meeting, I was nominated and won as chairman of the party. And in all my 25 years, I had only one contest, and it was with Comrade Peter Phillips. We suffered a defeat.
Of your 7 victories that you have scored in this constituency, 4 of them was against Dr. Sandra Nesbitt.
A very beautiful woman.
To the extent that at one point, people were accusing you of being a woman abuser.
Yes. And on the platform, I apologize and
you must have loved her.
I'm really not a woman beater.
But you must love her.
Yeah, man, I love her.
If you were to highlight 3 significant achievements in your political career, I give you 3 because I know you probably have many. So what would those be?
When I got here, it was a labor who was a member of that. But because of the work that Jack Stevenson did, it laid a foundation for me that made it much, much easier. So he is indelibly etched in my political memory as a man who really set the path. Because I must tell you, when I got here, and anywhere you went, all you could hear Jack Stevenson, Jack Stevenson. It got me little jittery because I said, boy, this man's shoes are big. So when it reached a certain stage, I said then, and that was quite a political lesson. I said, if this man treated you people so well, how come you didn't vote for him? And they couldn't answer. So that's a lesson I learned. No matter how hard you work and what you do for people in the politics, it can be quite ungrateful And another thing I learned too is that those who you help most are the ones who are against you. There's a lot of ingratitude, but you learn these lessons and you deal with it.
I remember the days when Bobby Pickersgill walked into Garden House and all the ladies in the gallery and those in Parliament would, heads turn quickly and, they were talking about how well attired you are and your ties that go to match with the suit. Where did you learn to put yourself together like that?
Put it this way. Very early I learned that you don't get a second chance to make a first impression.
Nice.
And this whole business of how you appear is of the utmost importance. And I've had very good friends. I have a friend in New York who operates a store. And he sends me clothes. A very good friend. In fact, my sister had to tell him, don't bother send Bobby anymore. So I had a very full and relevant wardrobe. And I take pride in it.
During the parliamentary sittings, if your voice is not heard, then something is wrong. And one of the things you used to hear very often is, shut your mouth!
Yes.
Only one or two of those experiences. Who were those persons that you often clash with those exchanges?
I won't deny that, but it was always friendly humor.
For the 30 years that you've been there, who would you say, when you come to Parliament, if that person is not there, whether it is bantering or otherwise, you would almost miss that person? Who that person?
In recent,
that be?
funny, in recent times, and probably more so because of my church brother, it's Warmington. We have a lot of bantering together.
Yes.
Because he's one that's quite a heckler.
Yes, he is.
But in fairness to him, you can take it.
Yes.
When it comes to corruption, and I'm talking to JP people, I say, look, all I have to tell you, no PNP minister has ever gone to jail or wear short pants against his or her will. Not one. And I can name you, if you want to start with Malcolm, if you want to start with Simmons, if you want to start with Lewis, I can name all of them. And they were hoping that they could have nailed Spencer. But the judge said you don't have any case to answer, no case submission. It made me feel so proud.
So your initial reaction to, in a sense, probably legal advice, maybe...
I think Kid wrote his law.
No, I'm saying, as an attorney at law,
Yes.
maybe your initial reaction in Parliament to him
Yes.
would have been,
Yes.
stay calm.
Yes.
You don't need to try to defend yourself here.
Yes. It was certainly part of it. Yes.
If you had to live your life all over again, would you do it the same way?
Can answer you right away. Yes. I would do it the same way. Edmond, there is nothing better than being able to serve. And let me tell you something, and why I'm so grateful for the PNP. My father was a public works man. A very stable, married man from a very stable family. 6 boys, 2 girls, and with all of that, they adopted 1 more. Well, do I recall that because I'm the number 4 in the family. The first 3 went to live with my aunt in Kingston. 2 went to Casey, 1 to Calabar. So when it came time for me to go to secondary school now, I started, and the family started to wonder, how could my parents afford it? It was then that the PNP came out with the free secondary education. So I was able to go to Clarendon College. No, it's no longer Clarendon. It's the University of Clarendon. And if I might say so, I did well at Clarendon College. When I finished Clarendon College, and was ready now for university. We really couldn't afford it because, again, my brothers were in Kingston, and the one that followed me and who followed it went to do dentistry. Michael Manley had free university education, so I got that again through a teacher scholarship. In fact, I've had the opportunity to be a teacher, a lawyer, and a politician. Well, let me tell you, the one that you feel perhaps most proud about is the teaching profession. It makes you feel proud. And if you're one of the professions of the three, that the gratitude is almost non-existent, is law. Because I think my last presentation in Parliament was to deal with pensions, because I'm becoming eligible for pension. And I was supported by both sides. Because, funny enough, when I started politics and offered myself as a candidate, I did not have a clue what the salary was. Because at that time, although again I said myself, I was doing well in law. So for the first 3 months or so, I didn't know what the salary was because I was living off. When I heard what the salary was, it turned out to be a joke. So now that I'm coming to although I have a law firm, I'm a member of a law firm, the pension thing got in my mind. And if I might say so, I think I did that, supporting Comrade Ronald to it, a fine job of it. So I'm looking forward to that. But I can't tell you now what I'm going to get in Jamaica. You cannot go into politics as a broke pocket man. Because as PJ Patterson said, if that is so, you're going to be tempted to steal. You're going to be tempted to steal. And I must tell you, because you asked me if I did it all over again. One of the things I'm proud about in terms of my tenure is that you name the ministry where you would have the opportunity to be involved in corruption and kickback.
You have been there?
I have been there because I have all the ministries I've had were super ministries, all of them, you name it. And of course, again, I can say that having experienced all those ministries, I also ended up being able to act as Prime Minister on a number of occasions. God has been kind. Jamaica has been kind. Northwest, St. Catherine, even kinder than that. I mean, you name it. I mean, I am perhaps one of the longest serving cabinet members in the history of the country.
Mr. Newton Amos, who you ran against in 2016, he has claimed...
No, I never ran against him. He ran.
Okay, you ran against him and lost.
Yeah.
But he has claimed that you have done such a poor job as member of Parliament.
Yes.
He says if you look at your political career over these many years that you have been member of Parliament, he's challenging you to show some of the tangible achievements in the constituency.
Two things. All the years that I've been in Northwest St. Catherine, and all the polls that have been done, nationally, it is unemployment, roads, water. And of course, Northwest would not be any different. But when he ran against me, he did not even know that we had spent a big sum of money in Mount Rasa where he's from. And he went there chatting a whole lot of rubbish when the system was there. Because we had just completed the system. No, what he was talking. And yes, I was Minister of Water. And yes, as they said, Pastor Christian Picnic was, but I was very aware of that. No man. Northwest St. Catherine has to be, in terms of constituency, one of the best when it comes to water supply. And I'm prepared to debate that anyway. The majority of the roads in Northwest St. Catherine are what you call, used to be called parish council roads and municipality roads. But of course, when people are having problems, no matter tell them
about municipality roads.
yeah, don't mean one. So yes, but I know that there are several roads that are repaired more than once. But road repairs are very, very expensive. The North Coast Highway, a lot of it has passed through Northwest St. Catherine. Millions of dollars, millions. And it has really improved the transportation system in Northwest. I remember how I had to fight for the Portmore leg. In fact, one proposal that came from Dr. the Honorable Kingsley Thomas was that we should go through the World Park lands and open up that whole section. It didn't work out that way. And I'm sorry it didn't work out that because it have opened up the whole of that. Because the road to development is the development of roads. That's a proven thing. And again, I'm going to say that when it comes to roads, Northwest St. Catherine is certainly not at the bottom of the list. And one way for him to lose, because I'm sure he will, is to continue on that leg of mendacity and falsehood.
What happens to Robert Pickersgill after this? What will you do to occupy your time?
Good question. I was just thinking about it. I might go back to the law office.
And teach somebody youngsters. Go right back to teaching where you started.
Possibly.